cross the line. Hashtag 9 is a beast.
After what Makai Lemon just did, I can't help but like him more. Dallas still stinks. Yo, but the way it kicked things back here, I don't know about you guys, but I feel since the draft, there has been a shift in the energy and what has been going on with the Eagles. It has felt like for a while, after they traded for Jalen Phillips, there was just disappointment after disappointment after disappointment of things happening. But that has quickly turned around after the Eagles went out, had an amazing draft. And not only that, but to hear Makai Lemon talk and say what he did about Nick Foles today, he really, really is impressing me. And not only that, the Jonathan Grenard trade is huge for us. And the way it's set up, Howie Roseman has got this NFL in shambles. He's 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of everybody else. So I'm going to jump right into things. As you guys know, we have the Rookie Minicamp happening this weekend, the 1st and the 2nd, and we're getting players that are coming in for Rookie Minicamp, the rookies, and they all met with the media today, talked to the media, and they asked Makai Lemon, they asked him, what number are you going to have since DeVonta Smith is number 6? He said he was going to wear number 9. That's right, number 9. So we got the 69, wine and dine, the 69s. Let's go. We got DeVonta Smith, we got Makai Lemon, but what I was impressed with the Makai Lemon was this. You hear so many times, and we've seen it last year where, players, they get drafted, then they want a certain number, and they almost act like they should have the number, they deserve the number. But when Makai Lemon talked, he talked really with a lot of respect for Nick Foles and the Eagles' history of winning the Super Bowl and what Nick Foles means to the Eagles and the Eagle fans and the organization. Now, you may say this and you may dismiss this like it's nothing, but I can tell you right now, there are a lot of players in the NFL every year that get drafted that think that certain numbers they deserve, and they should just get it. Makai handled it, I thought, with a lot of class and a lot of respect, and I think this is a good start that shows you what a good kid this kid is, and he's well grounded, and I like that. Now, this is exactly what he said during the press conference about getting the number 9 and Nick Foles.
About the jersey number was before you got drafted here, but have you settled on a jersey number?
Yeah, I definitely settled on a jersey number, definitely.
What is it?
It's going to be 9, number 9. Appreciate the Eagles, so much, and Nick Foles especially, to pass that number down, because I know he could have easily, kept that number to himself. Such a great player when he was here wearing that number 9, led him to the Super Bowl. So I appreciate him so much. I definitely cherish that, so much, and I represent the 9 well, wearing it, represented the team well. So I'm just super excited to get that number for sure.
So you can see, it's just very respectful, very nice, and actually very refreshing, in my opinion, to have that then. I think I want to be number 56 of the Giants. Oh, well, there's a guy, Lawrence Taylor. Well, I'll call him up and make him actually see if he wants to give me that number. Lawrence Taylor? Or how about getting the number? What, Malik Neighbors did that with the Giants, too, to a number that had been retired for a long time. Nick Foles' number isn't even retired, and he showed class and respect, and I love that. I love that about Makai Lemon. Now, I think he is going to have a great year, and I think DeVonta is going to have a great year, and I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when just because those two guys are on the team, they still could be in the hunt for another wide receiver the next year on the outside, and it may be a beautiful reason why. And you're going, what the hell are you talking about? You're not going to pay all these receivers and use all these number one picks on receivers? Well, they used 2 number one picks on Rager and DeVonta Smith before. They used the one on Jalen Rager, then DeVonta Smith, and traded for A.J. Brown. They don't mind investing in receivers, but I think they have a great opportunity here. If Wicks does not pan out, okay, and let's say you go in the draft and one of these receivers, let's just say you trade A.J. Brown to New England. We'll talk about that in a second. But what if you do that and New England has a horrible year because of everything that happens? What happens if their season stinks, okay? And what if the Eagles had that first and somehow things worked out and they were just in a position, for argument's sake, we're in a position to get Jeremiah Smith? Would the Eagles not get him if he was the best player available because they have 2 receivers, a slot receiver and another outside receiver? No, you draft him. You know why you draft him? Because then you got 2 top young guys on a rookie deal for the next 3 years. Both of them for the next 3 years. Really the next 4 years, because an extension would play out that last year of the rookie deal, and you don't have to pay them hardly anything. Combined, both rookies wouldn't make what A.J. Brown is making. So you do it. It would be a huge thing, but that's for a different time, all right? I'm just saying. It doesn't close the door. And anybody that thinks it does, that ain't the case. But I'll tell you what is the case. Check this out. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app. It is the best place to win cash while watching sports. It's really easy to use. All you have to do is download the app in the description, then just pick more or less on a few players' stat lines, lock it in, and boom, you're ready to go. The great thing about Prize Picks is it's available in almost all 50 states, including California, Texas, Florida, okay? And when it look at the lineups that I got for today, let me show you, because I think you're going to like this. We're just coming off the draft, and my thing is, what is Francisco Mendoza going to do? What's he going to do? How many games is he going to play? They have him listed at 6.5 starts this year, over under. I'm taking it. I'm taking him to start over 6.5 games. Why wouldn't he? I think that's an easy play. The other, and I think this is just as easy, Jalen Hurts over under 21.5 touchdowns. That's right, 21.5 touchdowns. My man is about to go off this year. So I am going to lock those 2 bets in, Mendoza, Jalen Hurts, and I think we're going to be good to go. All you have to do is download the app, use code HMA, play your first $5 entry, and you'll instantly get $50 in lineups. That's $5 entry to get $50 in lineups. Just use the link in the description. A big thanks to Prize Picks for sponsoring this show. Use code HMA. Play $5 to get $50 in lineups, and let's see what you got. And shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. Once again, the Eagles are having their rookie minicamp this week, and they've got a bunch of guys that have been invited to come to the rookie minicamp, and we'll get into some of those guys in another video. But I did want to talk about one guy, Luke AKERS. That's right, David AKERS' son has been invited to Eagles minicamp as well as Chicago Bears minicamp. Northwestern Football wrote, earning an opportunity. Luke AKERS has accepted rookie minicamp invites to the Bears and the Eagles. So, do I think he's going to come in and replace Jake Elliott? No, but my hope is that he gets the opportunity to. I think that Jake Elliott, I love Jake Elliott, but I think he needs competition. I think he needs competition to bring out the best in him, because I think the last 2 years, he hasn't been as good as he has been in the past. So it's something that I desperately would love to see. No question about it. Also, we talked about the receiver spot earlier, but I just have a question. And this isn't like saying I think that A.J. Brown's going to stay or anything, because I got slapped in the face during the draft. I now accept it that he's gone. But why would A.J. Brown want to even play for the Patriots? Why would you as a player want to go to a team where it's going to be, they're going to stink? That's what I'm saying. Like, get that first round pick because I think they're going to stink. And I know that the reports are that we're going to get 2028 first. I'm still holding out hope that it's a 2027 first. But Polymar Full wrote this: the Patriots have been preparing for the possibility that Mike Vrabel could resign at any moment. Mike Tomlin is rumored to be the guy to replace him. Would A.J. Brown, would that change whether or not he wants to go to New England? That is an interesting question because if I was A.J. Brown and I was looking at what's going on, I'm like, this team looks like, and New England looks like they're gearing up for a hard year. They got a tougher schedule. They didn't beat a lot of teams over 500. And then now you got the Vrabel stuff hanging over this team. It's not going to go away. It's only going to be there all summer, training camp, and in the fall. So to me, they're set up that if you have their first round pick, it may be a higher pick than you even think. Okay? So if I was A.J. Brown, I wouldn't even want to go there. Secondly, we're hearing, and I don't know how important or how true this is, but we're hearing possibility of teams like the Chiefs could enter the mix and be interested in them. And we've heard reports also come out that the Eagles are not done dealing A.J. Brown. I mean, it's not a done deal. They don't have, apparently they don't have a wink deal in place or anything like that, at least according to Jeremy Fowler. But they may trade him to New England, but it doesn't sound like everything's set in stone. So if another team can swoop in, then boom, let's get it, because I would love a bidding war, no doubt about it. But the Eagles, they control the cards, they're in control, and they are going to get a first-round pick for him. That's what I'm talking about. White rerun. You know it. The Eagles have put a lot of energy, I think, in the fan base over the last week. I think people are excited. I'm excited for football, and I think it's going to be a great year. Sorry about this video being a little shorter. Very quickly done. I couldn't edit because got a lot of things going on today, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about Lemon because I really was impressed with what he did. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it.
Oh, God. No. I want to be like the Eagles.
That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.